Can we turn this off? That's a bad sound. All right. Hello. Good evening. Happy Monday. This is a wonderful day.
Happy Monday.
Happy birthday to you.
How's everybody doing? The weather's changing.
No, you keep saying that and that hasn't really changed.
What's up, bro? How you doing, Rod?
Hey, Rodney.
What's up, man?
I know I haven't seen him in a while.
Still love you, man, forever. Hope you're doing well.
Forever.
Tell the wife we said hello.
And ever. And ever. And ever.
Man. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Some people say Mondays are gloomy.
No.
You said Mondays are miracle Mondays.
I'm telling you, it's a miracle Monday.
That's a nice trend. Miracle Monday. There's that song that says Monday, Monday, da da.
What song is that?
No, that's old stuff. Yeah, that's a 70s thing.
Oh, okay.
You never heard of Monday, Monday?
No.
Hello. You never heard of Monday, Monday?
No, you can't use that because I guess that glass. You know, that was a restaurant. I said you can't use that.
I will. I'll make sure I don't pick it up.
No, you can't use that. You get you something else. That. Okay, here, use that and put it on the bottom of it.
That makes you feel better. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you make sure that doesn't happen?
I sure could.
No, you can't.
Just put my finger under the glass on me.
No, you can't.
There you go again.
That's right, you can't.
It's too much.
Yeah, you are too much.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna make something that you can't control that?
Yes, you can. It's simple as this. Simple as this.
And so you think you're gonna remember that every time?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
Put that
I just did it.
No, but you're not gonna remember.
Yes, I will. I just did it.
Okay.
Just did it. Monday.
Do you want to make it to Tuesday?
In the marriage
So put that back under there, please.
No, just pay attention.
No.
Monday.
Put that back under there, please.
It has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Exactly.
No, it doesn't.
So put it back under there.
No. Control yourself.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I know.
So put that back under there.
Discipline.
Please. Yeah, discipline. Listen. Listen.
Discipline.
Listen.
Discipline.
Listen. This is real. This is real.
The struggle is real.
This is real.
The struggle is real. Well, good evening. If you are live with us, just wave at us. Let us know that you are here.
Let's see here.
It's going to be a good night.
It's going to be a quick session.
Quick section. Quick pro quo. Yes,
really
indeed.
Stuff.
There she is. There she is. She's moving. She's up and about. She'll be back. I'll be back. So how was your day, everybody? How was your day? I hope that your day was productive. We're in the third month of the year. This month is going fast. Easter is upon us. And how is the year going? How is it? What's happening out there? How's the relationship doing? What are you working on? What are you looking to see in your relationship this year? Yeah, that's what I want to know. What are you believing for your relationship? What are you working on? Hey, Eric, what's up, man? What's happening? What are you working on? Let's hear about it. Because we're going to be talking about doing what it takes. What does it take? How do you do it? What is it going to take? Do you have what it takes? Jesus talks about counting the cost. Man, that's a reality check, isn't it? Jesus is raw. He say stuff, man. Read it sometimes, and you just have to shake your head and say, "Did he mean that?" Yes, he did mean it. He said, "Count your costs." He said, "Count your costs." He said, "If you don't, you may put your hands to something and withdraw from it, and then people are going to say he didn't count the costs." Jesus says it's like, man, they up in your face though. You got to give it to him. He told you the truth. He gave us the truth. We got to use our minds and renew our minds and hearts to the truth. That's it. That's it. He said a lot of stuff about relationships. He was a relationship guru. Jesus was a relationship guru. Man. He says stuff like, don't even pray don't even leave your offering at the table. Go fix your house. Go fix your relationship. He said, God don't even want your offering until you reconcile with your friend. That's some stuff, man. Jesus said, listen, if you about to give an offering and you realize you have a disagreement with your brother, don't even leave it. Go fix that, then come back. Man, this is the Jesus was a beast. He was our relationship guru. He was our relationship guru. Man, you want to get the rules of engagement. Jesus gave the rules of engagement. Jesus said, listen, you're going to have to forgive. You're going to have to forgive. You're going to have to do it. How many times? He said 70 times 7. Basically, he said, you're going to have to do that as often as necessary. There she is. There she is. As often as necessary. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Relationship Doctors.
She's back.
Doing whatever it takes. Even when you don't want to do it, you have to do whatever it takes. And that could be going to an event. It could mean doing something your mate wants you to do, even though you don't want to do it, even though you may think that it's not necessary. Sometimes you have to do those things, even when you think you're wrong, even though you're sick of your mate, you still need to do it. It keeps peace. And sometimes it's your turn to die. When is it your turn? Is it your turn to die today?
Whenever
no, it's either yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, then die.
Yes.
Die right now.
Yes.
You turn my fan on.
Yes, I'm taking Paul's rule. He said
no,
I gotta die daily.
Okay. No, so, I said right now. Daily is 24 hours window. Mm-hmm. Window. I'm asking you right now, is it your turn to die? Right this second.
No. Why would I? I know what you mean. But
do you really? But so it's a yes or no?
Die to my flesh? Die to what? Die to what? What are you saying?
Oh,
Die to my way.
Oh, now you just said you understood, but now you saying.
Well, you're making me question it now because I said I die daily. So
okay, we can die daily, but it's 24 hours in one day.
Absolutely.
So you have to make sure
you have to die in moments.
That's right. Okay, is this your moment to die right now?
Always. Okay. Always.
No, because I was just talking to someone today, and they were saying that they're getting tired of asking their mate to do certain things, and their mate is always saying, no, I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Why do I have to do that? I'm not interested in that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But there's plenty of times that the other mate does not want to do what you want them to do. Maybe it's not their thing. However, we have to compromise. Mm-hmm. Maybe I don't like bowling, but you do, so I'm going to go bowling. Maybe you don't like the movies, but I do, so we go to the movies. Mm-hmm. So we have to be able to do things together because the main objective is to be together. Mm-hmm. We have to do whatever we need to do to make the relationship work.
So what are the things that makes relationship work? If you're saying do what it takes, what are the things?
Compromise.
Compromise.
Communication. where everybody knows these things.
Compromise.
But what happens is, I also was talking to them about, is
So
that we
guard,
make promises. We make these promises and we're good for a week or two, and we go back to our old way of thinking, our old way of doing things, because we get comfortable. And we get sick of people being, or our mates being comfortable. And we want you to stop being comfortable and just be committed. Okay?
Yeah.
So we don't want you to just be comfortable. We want you to be committed. Committed to what? Committed to us. Committed to the things that you said you were going to do, when even after the feeling you said it in is left.
So, I mean, if you're going to be able to do what it takes, then you first have to identify what it does, what it takes. I was joking earlier, but it's serious when I said you got to count the cost. So don't you have to first identify what is it going to take for your relationship to be what you want it to be? You have to identify what is it going to take.
See,
don't you think so? I mean, I think that's what you're saying.
See, I think that, I'm to the point now, I'm so tired of we're acting like we don't know. We've had these conversations many, many times before. Most people have had these conversations. Let's just say hypothetically, 50% of couples have had these conversations. Look, this is what I need. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I would like. And
so you want to take it from that perspective.
Yes, come on.
You want to take it from the perspective. You want to take it from the perspective. We know what's necessary to make the relationship work. Then the question is, why aren't we doing it?
Because we don't feel like it. And we're comfortable and not committed. We want to be committed to the things we want to be committed to.
But that's not going to get you where you need to be.
No, it'll get you where you want to be. But it won't take the relationship to where the relationship needs to go, where the other person wants to go.
Well, that's my very point.
Exactly.
That's my very point.
It's all about, because you're selfish.
Yeah.
That's basically what it boils down to. Is that you're selfish and you decided you want to do what you want to do, and you want to you happy, and the other person they'll deal with it. They'll just accept it.
But so how does a person get to the place where he is making the right decisions to make the relationship what it needs to be? How does a person get there?
What do you mean?
I mean, you just said that so the person is selfish.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so what needs to be done to correct that selfishness?
I was just saying to you last week that I'm to the point now is that I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in separation. But I do believe that, people are leaving this earth quicker than we would like them to. I refuse to live with someone that refuses to recognize my value. And if you don't want to,
we talked about that last week.
If you refuse to recognize, we know love is not a feeling, it's a choice. And if you choose not to love what I have to offer and to receive what I want to give, then you must move on. Because kids are going to leave you. They're going to leave and grow up and be their own adults. And, and I don't want to be stuck in a hopeless situation.
Well, some people take that road.
Exactly.
Some people make that.
But I mean, after they're gone, then you have a decision to make. Some people make it before. I just think that people have just been making excuses for years. And I think every day you read, someone is leaving the earth. More people than ever. And I'm just to the point now that we need to stop playing. We've been fasting. We've been praying. We've been having shut-ins.
Everybody's not doing all.
Well, okay.
You say that, but
people been saved and saying some people we keep mix the natural with the spiritual and God receive the supernatural.
Not doing
I've been praying. Okay, I've been doing the right thing. If the person is not willing to do what it takes, come on. I'm just saying.
So divorce.
I didn't say divorce. I didn't say divorce. I said I don't believe in divorce or separation, but I believe that God wants me to be happy. I believe that God wants me to be full. I believe that God wants the best for me. I don't believe God wants me to be miserable and the person to treat me the way I don't deserve to be treated.
So what's the solution?
Solution is to follow Jesus and make myself happy. Well, God makes me happy, but to do the things of God. But I want someone who values me. Like my daughter says, if you're not into me and you don't value me.
So if you're in a relationship and the person is feeling like what you're explaining, what should their response be?
Get an answer from God.
Get an answer from God.
That's right. On
what to do or what to do next.
Because now that goes to the person who's doing everything that God has told them to do. That means you have worked on you. You have done everything you were supposed to do. Everything that you were supposed to do.
Okay. So
now that's not to the person who has not done what they were supposed to do.
Now, who evaluates whether the person is doing everything?
Well, that's something that you should be getting counsel on,
and that's
something you should be evaluating yourself through the scriptures.
I think so.
Through the scripture, you can't go by you because you can't trust you. Because you may think you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. We know, and you can't go by you because if we go by you and ask your mate, they say, "Oh no, well she." Nope. You can't go by you.
Now I'm glad.
Absolutely not.
I'm glad you said that because I was thinking that if you're the individual that's believing that you're doing everything it takes necessary, then get some counsel.
Absolutely.
Bring in a third party to confirm if that's true, and then bring your mate in to express their side of it. I think that's the key because. A lot of people who believe that they're doing everything they can are really not.
Absolutely.
And that's why I said that. That's why I said that because we've sat with couples for years now, and one of the questions that I ask when they tell me they've had enough, that's my go-to question, and they have that give up in their eyes and their heart, and I ask them a direct question: are you doing everything that you are supposed to be doing to make the relationship what you want,
not what you think is according to the scriptures or the principles that you've been using, the guidelines? And that's what I'm saying.
I ask that question all the time, and then I get silence, and then sometimes I get and then I get an excuse, and I get and I go okay, all right, so now we got some work to do. We need to focus on that.
We need to focus on that.
Yeah.
So so I know this is like just direct. Ooh, she's really direct tonight because I am.
You're passionate about it.
I'm passionate about it because to me it's really simple. Like I said to the person today, either you're going to do the right thing or you're not. It's really cut and dry.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting any younger. Each year we celebrate a birthday. We celebrate an anniversary. It just trips me out when people say we've been married for 45 years. But we only were excited. We've only been good for 3 years. What? Don't even tell me about it. No, absolutely not. We have to take this seriously.
So, as we focus on because we're principle driven. I mean, we're results driven. If you're going to be able to do what it takes, there are some things that has to be in operation in the relationship, and for you to have that, one of them you said was compromise.
No, I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay, what word did you use?
I said we have to be committed, not.
You was talking about doing what the other person would like to do. If you don't like the movies, then you go to the movies because the other person likes the movies.
I said you have to be committed or inconsistent. That's what I said.
Okay. All right. Hey, Marina.
Committed I said committed and consistent.
Right.
I said because oftentimes we're only consistent for a week or two, and then we're back to the same old person. That's what I was saying. Hello, okay. Marina. That's important to do that because you're not consistent. And we can't compromise. You just can't compromise. You saying that now, but I'm adding it in because what it does is you're starting all over again. So the things that you did for the good 2 weeks was wonderful, but now we're back to square one. And you have to make a decision if you want this to work or not. If you want this to work or not, you have to make a conscious decision that I'm going to be committed. And I'm not going to just say this, I'm going to do this. I have to mean that I'm going to do this. And that means I have to be consistent and I have to be committed to my choice, my decision. And I'm going to be committed to it.
All right. So I think it's good to take a panoramic view of your relationship, or look at your relationship from the end to the beginning. How does Jesus
inside out?
No, not inside out. Start from the end and then go back to the beginning. Now, what I mean by that is examine your relationship and identify the fruit that's missing in your relationship.
Mm.
Identify the fruit that's missing in your relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you're not seeing the fruit that you want, is because a root is not there. So if a root is not there, a root is not there because there's no consistency and there's no commitment. So roots grow with consistency and commitment. So if you identify the fruit, then you have to identify the behavior that's necessary to bring about the fruit production. That's a good way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying is look at examine doing what it takes. Identify what the fruit is, what you want your relationship to look like. When you understand that, then that's the end. Then go back to the beginning and determine and come into an agreement with what commitment's going to have to be maintained in order to produce that fruit.
Well, the consistency, because you're saying that the consistency really is the water. So if you water, it can't grow unless you water it. And the water comes from the consistency. So like you keep watering it, then it'll grow.
Well, I'm not even talking about watering yet because that's the maintenance program.
Mm-hmm.
Watering is what you is what you do when
it helps it grow. Though.
I understand that. Mm-hmm. I got you there. I'm with you there. I can take that.
Okay.
But because what you're saying, watering is a part of consistency.
Yes.
Okay. But we need to first identify that behavior that needs to be consistent. And then the practicing of it is a metaphor for watering.
Yeah.
And is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Right. So all I'm saying is identify the fruit that's missing, and then identify the corresponding behavior that needs to be practiced to produce the fruit. That's a really good way to look at it. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's use an example. If your relationship is lacking companionship. Hello, Auntie. How you doing? Let's say your relationship is lacking companionship. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So my relationship has lost its zeal. There's no fun anymore. Mm-hmm. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When we were dating, there was zeal. You know what I mean? We had a zeal for one another. We were doing things. So if your relationship is lacking companionship, what are some things you can do to build companionship? And then the consistency is watering it. So in the end result, it's going to be companionship.
But we were talking about that earlier. Is that you have to step out of your comfort zone and do things that will create that
comfort zone for who? The one who's you said step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, because sometimes as you get older and as the relationship grows, you have to continue to grow. You may not, what you did when you were dating, you may not want to do, in this current season.
That's fine. I got you.
So you have to talk to each other and see, maybe years ago you liked the movies, but maybe you have a bad leg, just for example, and you can't sit long. So maybe you may want to do something else, but you have to find something that you can do together that will continue to help grow the relationship. You got to get out of the house. If you have to do different things.
I said companionship.
Well, yeah, companionship because it's different for everybody.
But that's just one example.
That's just one example. Absolutely.
So give me something else that's the fruit that's missing in relationships.
Well, everybody's fruit in their relationship is different, but you have to find the fruit that needs to grow because everybody.
Well, ask them what fruit do y'all want to see in your relationship that you don't see
that needs to grow.
Yeah, what fruit? If y'all
have you addressed what's missing in the relationship that's on your heart, that's important to you. See, what's important to you should be important to them. Right. If it's not important to them, then that's an issue.
Right.
If I come to my mate and say, hey, this is important to me, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm expecting, this is what I am needing, and they say, oh, okay, yeah, cool, and they never seem to tap into what's important to me. They never seem to want to do what's important to me. They never seem to respond what's important to me. Then that's a challenge. That's an issue.
See, I think you said something else that's in order to do what it takes, doing what it takes, you do have to have fluid communication. You have to be able to communicate.
Some people will communicate, they just don't pay attention to you. They don't care.
I know, but then you have to communicate and then you have to illustrate. And really, because you have to really work on making your perspective seen. because sometimes people don't get it. They don't see
the value in
they
it.
don't see the value in it. They don't see how it's so necessary for you.
Exactly.
So you have
But it's
to
not
help,
for them to see,
right,
and that's the
right,
issue.
but you have to help them. You have to help them see it. See that this is Mo, what I'm trying to say is, and what I'm saying tonight is, when the apostles didn't understand Jesus, he worked in communicating until they got it,
Mhm.
because they didn't always get it. Mo, they didn't always get it. They didn't. He kept explaining it until they got it. He studied them enough to give them an illustration where they could catch a picture of what he was talking about. That's how he did it. And we have to do the same thing. We have to communicate and communicate until until the picture is drawn and we say, listen, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I would like to have this feeling or this fruit in our relationship, and this is what that looks like for me. Do you understand that? Do you see that? Do you see it? See, you know that's fine. We on different sides of the fence here.
And the reason why,
you know, you're speaking from a place. Well, I'm not gonna say what you speak. I'm not gonna put words in your mouth.
I'm speaking from a place of. And you put it back down without putting that there? I'm speaking from a place is that I'm in a relationship with you. And, you know, we're supposed to share everything. And we're in an intimate relationship. And I'm sleeping with you, taking care of you, both sides, men, no gender specific. And I say that this is important to me. And you don't, or you do not respond that is important to me. That's a problem for me.
I understand.
It doesn't matter why I think it's important to me.
I understand.
If your kids come to you and say, Mommy, it's really important to me, or Daddy, it's really important to me that you buy these Adidas sneakers, although it's $200. It's really important to me.
I understand.
It doesn't matter.
I understand.
And they explain it. It does not matter.
And see, this is why I think programs like this, like our little show here, is very relevant. The reason I say this is because oftentimes when you're in pride and you're not listening and you're not being heard, you need somebody else to say it. Because whenever you're not being heard in your relationship, you need somebody else to say it. Because obviously there is something that's not sticking. But a lot of times most people don't want to get counsel. They don't want to be instructed. And
that tells me you don't value me.
And that's when they reject what their mate is saying, and they never hear it. And oftentimes divorce happens, separation happens, and then they talk to other people and realize they should have listened all along.
Why would you not listen to the one that you made a vow to?
I agree.
I'm sleeping with you, and you don't value what I say and what's important to me. Oh, that's a problem.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Big Strong 54 sent a request to be in live video.
That's just to me. That's blasphemy.
But you understand what I'm saying? I think that
I can understand we working together. I can understand that you may not understand why the other person feels that way, but it comes to a point that I don't care why you don't feel that. Why I need to be touched here, or why I need this. That's what I want. That's what I require. That's what I need. I need you to do this.
And all I'm saying, and all I'm gonna read.
And how long? And how many years I have to wait for that?
And all I'm saying is the person that's living in that place of unfulfillment, the onus is on them to continue to not only watch this, pray for the grace of God to be upon them, because they're going to need grace.
Yeah, for somebody to stay with them.
They're going to need grace to stay. They're going to need grace to wait until change happens.
And how long are we going to wait for that?
Well, when I'm not talking about that just yet. I'm talking about the process and what needs to be done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have to work on communicating your disposition, your perspective, so the other person can catch it, so they understand. Because when there's a lack of behavior moving in that direction to produce the fruit you want, there's a lack of understanding.
What happens when you tell your kid no and they act out? What happens eventually?
What do you mean?
Okay, well, just for example, if you tell your kid, no, you can't have that, what does the kid do?
Well, how old is the kid?
Maybe kid 1 to 5. They act out, right?
They'd fall on the floor.
So what happens in a relationship when the other mate doesn't get what they need?
They can act out.
So what happens when they act out? I'm just saying.
So what's your point?
I'm just saying.
What's your point? Separation.
I'm not saying separation, but things happen.
Yeah,
things happen.
Okay.
And so you open it when you don't meet the need of your mate. You open the door for somebody else to meet the need. And I'm not saying that they're going to do that, but that's what happens. Because when you're saying no to them, somebody else will say yes to them.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
You open the door for temptation.
Absolutely. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So if you don't want to meet the need of your mate because of selfishness, and you claim you don't understand why they need this or why they want this, and I don't understand why I got to do this and why they expect this from me, and other women don't want this or other men don't want that, or why do I got to do this position and I didn't. Well, that's what they want. That's what they asked for. That's the least I can do. I mean, I'm married to them for the rest of my life. Well, if you don't want to do it, I'm sure that Susie over here on the job on my lunch hour will do it just fine. It'll only take her 15 minutes and we'll be done with it. I'm just saying. We're living with, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so we have to be very careful.
So
I have to be very careful.
As we wrap it up.
Yes, wrap it up. So we have to be very careful what we say no to. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, we are the relationship doctors. We're talking about what it,
doing what it
takes. That's
all I'm saying.
And you got to do whatever is necessary. That's my take on it.
To make our sole objective is to make the other person happy. Well, we can't make them fully happy. Of course, that's Jesus.
But
fulfill. No, we can't even fulfill.
I disagree. I think you can.
I think our sole responsibility is fulfill. You're right. Fulfill the need of the other individual. God has equipped us to fulfill the need of the other individual.
Absolutely.
God has equipped you to do that.
Right.
So if he's equipped you to do that, he's giving you all the tools. Why are you holding back? Right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Why are you holding back?
So you're selfish. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. You can go ahead and do whatever you're going to say after that.
No.
I'm done.
You give it a perspective of those who are not giving it up.
I'm not saying sexual.
I didn't say sexual. I was using a phrase. Giving it up don't have to be sexual.
Okay.
Giving it up means giving what you got. Giving what you got.
I haven't even saying anything about sex.
Well,
any questions?
That's our time.
Because we have to go.
It's our time. Have a great night.
So much.
See us next week.
If you have any questions, you can.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Email us at what is it? Relationship Doctors. Did I say what it is? Relationship Doctors at gmail.com. That's it, relationshipdoctors@gmail.com. If you have any personal questions as well, you can always text me at 302-363-3681. And what I mean about doing anything, it could be load the dishwasher, it could be pay a bill, take some load off of the other person. It could be, oh, thank you. It could be go put gas in the car. It could be give the children a bath.
It could be sex.
It could be what Dr. Tim just said. It could be multiple things.
It could be kissing.
Okay, it could be what is this?
No, because I've heard people say, we don't kiss anymore. No, I'm telling you.
Okay, we're gonna.
I'm not. I'm just not. Listen,
I wasn't talking about sex.
No, I was talking about everything.
Okay, I was just talking about normal things. That is normal, but I was just talking about other things. Okay.
Hugs, touching.
We were talking about everything.
I'm talking about everything. I'm just naming some physical things, just to put it out.
Just having fun in life, just doing
all of it.
Yeah, just okay.
Some people.
I love you guys so much. Glad we had this time together.
Oh, Carol Burnett, here we go. See y'all.
Bye, Instagram. Bye,
See ya, Auntie
YouTube.
G.